Hello and welcome back. My name is Bubs. Thank you so much for joining in. Today we're going to be doing a yin yoga class, perfect just before bed. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be starting the practice in a supported child's pose. So if you have a bolster or a pillow, place that in the front of the mat, knees nice and wide, big toes touching at the back. Bring the cushion or the bolster nice and close, sink the belly down, forehead or side of the face down to the bolster, and just relax the arms out by your side. Palms facing upwards. Just really taking this time to sink into your body and your breath. Letting go of any tension that you may be holding on to. Just being here in the present moment. If you would like to remove the pillow or the bolster and get a little bit more of a deeper stretch on your child's pose, you can just pop the bolster to the side and just sink the chest all the way down to the mat. Leaving your to-do list or things that you have in your mind, leaving that at the door. Taking this time for you, your body, just being with your breath. This is your time, your body, and your breath. Take 10 long, deep breaths in here in your child's pose. As you inhale, feel the back of the rib cage, belly expand. And exhale, slowly release. And repeating the mantra in your mind, I am here. I am here. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. And a long exhale out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a long exhale out. Slowly start to lift the forehead, walking the hands back. Gently bring your knees together. Interlace the fingers behind. Get a nice opening in the chest. Press the fingertips towards the floor. Maybe a little rock side to side. Nice wee counter pose. And then slowly making your way onto your belly. Feet to the corners of the mat. And then bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders for Sphinx. Fingertips nice and open and wide, pressing the palms down. The weight should be at the elbows. So from here, really lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head. So as you inhale, you're going to lift that crown of the head up, and then exhale, press the shoulders down away from the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, and keep that gaze forward instead of lifting the gaze up. And then from here, you can slowly start to close down your eyes. Keep that proper alignment, lengthening as you inhale. Exhale, press the shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades squeeze together at the back. And being here with your breath. Now, if you do want a little bit more in your Sphinx for a gentle back bend, you can extend the arms into seal pose. Keeping that same alignment with the crown of the head. Try not to drop the shoulders down or the head down into the shoulders. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you push the shoulders away from the ears. Closing down your eyes. Breathing here for 10. Keep lengthening through that crown of the head. 3 more long deep breaths here. You should start to feel the low lumbar, the upper back getting a nice opening and a stretch. Take a long deep breath in through your nose and a long exhale out. Slowly drop to the elbows if you are in that extended seal pose, and then bring the elbows out to your side. Slowly releasing the forehead down towards the hands. Gentle rock of the hips side to side. Just a few breaths here. Nice wee counter pose. Notice how you feel in the back. Then slowly start to bring the hands by your chest, pressing yourself up into tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a deep breath in as you lift the tailbone, lift the crown of the head up, drop the belly down. Exhale, tilt the pelvis under, chin comes towards the chest, pressing the floor away. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the crown of the head up, sink the belly down. Exhale, tilt the pelvis under, chin towards the chest, into your cat-cow. So really moving with your breath here. And see if you can do this with your eyes closed. You can start to create some movement. Maybe you want to go into some rolls, moving the hips in some circles. Whatever feels good for you and your body. And then maybe change the direction of your circle. Moving with your breath. Nice and gently. Take your time. Have a little play around with your cat-cow. And then from here, flexing the feet, heels nice and wide to the corners of the mat. Walk the hands back. And then you're going to drop the hips down, coming into yogi squat. So heels in, toes out. Drop the hips down, lengthen through the crown of the head, and press the elbows against the knees. Try not to hunch in the ribs. Create that length through the crown of the head. Now, if this is a little bit too challenging for you, and if the heels don't touch the floor, that's absolutely fine. You can use 2 blocks or a book or something that you have at home, or maybe you want to use that bolster or a pillow. So it just gives you that little extra support. And another option is to bring the back up against the wall and then press the shoulder blades together against the wall. This is really going to open up your hips, your low back, and create that length, helping with your posture. So see if you can close your eyes here and work on that balance. Create that length through the crown of the head as you inhale. Exhale, press the elbows against the knees. It's a little bit more challenging if you close your eyes. It'll test your balance. Now see if you can bring the weight towards the heels. Nice, breathing here for 10. Closing down your eyes. Lengthen through the crown of the head as you inhale. Exhale, press the elbows against the knees. And creating the mantra in your mind, I am safe. I am safe. 3 more long, deep breaths. Keep that length through the crown of the head. Weight towards the heels. Breathing here for 2. Breathing here for 1. Slowly start to bring the hands down. Bring the knees together. Place the forehead or side of the face down to the mat and just relax the elbows down. So this is a variation of child's pose, going back into the womb, like a fetus position, really sinking into the body here. Notice how you feel after that. Bit of an active yin pose, yogi squat. All the benefits. Great for all your connective tissue. Three long deep breaths here. Really relaxing the shoulders. One more long deep breath. Take a long inhale and a long exhale out. Slowly bring the hands towards the knees, pressing and rolling yourself up. Interlace the fingers behind. Press the fingertips away, open up the chest. Maybe lift the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Maybe a few rocks side to side. Well done, team. So the next one, we're going into supported fish pose. So you can use your pillow or bolster. We're going to slowly make our way onto the glutes and then bring the bolster behind you on a vertical shape. The low lumbar comes towards the end of the bolster or the pillow, feet nice and wide to the corners of the mat, And then slowly going to start to roll the low lumbar, thoracic spine, nice and level onto that bolster. And then just bring your hands out to the side, palms facing upwards, really relaxing the hips, the belly, the chest. This is a really beautiful heart opener here. Getting rid of any tension that you're holding on to. Really start to sink into your body, to your breath, closing down your eyes, and repeating the mantra in your mind, I get rid of all the worries and doubts. I get rid of all my worries and doubts. Take a long, deep inhale through your nose and a long exhale out. Slowly bring your arms by your side, pressing from the elbows. Chin comes towards the chest. Palms come towards the elbows, where the elbows were. Well, that one really mellowed me out. Nice. Bring the bolster forward. Bring the legs together and just pedal out the legs. Well done. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Nice wee counter pose after that one. Slowly bring the shoulders back as you inhale. Exhale, sinking the chest down. And then slowly rise. Grabbing your bolster or pillow in front, you're going to bring your legs nice and wide, coming into dragonfly pose, also known as wide forward fold. So you've got your bolster in front, maybe you want to use some blocks underneath the bolster on an elevated level. So this one can be quite tricky for the adductors and the inner thighs, especially all the connective tissue around the inside of the knees. So first things first, you want to bring the legs nice and wide, toes pointed up towards the ceiling, and then press the knees down to the mat. Try not to hunch through the rib cage, so you want to create that length through the crown of the head. First option, the hands are behind. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen, and then exhale, press from the fingertips as you slowly hinge forward from the hips. This is your first option. Your second option, you're going to bring your hands forward, deep breath in as you lengthen, and then exhale, slowly start to walk the hands forward, hinging from the hips, not the ribs. So it's still squeezing those shoulder blades at the back. And then once you go nice and low, or maybe here is perfect for you, you can use the bolster towards the belly, and I like to slowly roll the belly and the forehead down, resting the hands by your side, maybe the palms facing upwards if that's comfortable for you. And another option is just using gravity to really sink into the breath. The mind and the body are so connected. As you close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale as you slowly start to sink down. So this one here is a little bit uncomfortable, but as long as you're working with your breath, staying present, you start to relax a little bit more. Working with that calm breath. Your exhale is your relaxing breath, so really sinking into your body here. And repeating the mantra in your mind, I am calm. I am calm. Take a long deep breath in through the nose and a long exhale out. Slowly start to walk the hands back, taking your time. There's no rush. Slowly start to roll the shoulders up, back and down. Just take a few moments here. Notice how you feel in your body, in your breath. And then slowly start to lift one leg up at a time. They might feel a little bit extra heavy. And then pedaling out the legs. Well done, everyone. That one is not easy. I definitely feel it on the inside of my legs. And then the last pose that we have is a reclined butterfly pose. So sitting in the middle of your mat, bring the bottom of the heels together, nice and close towards the pelvis, and then walking the hands back. Slowly coming down to the back. Bring your hands out to your side, palms facing upwards, arms away from your body. And then you can bring the heels a little bit closer towards the pelvis and just fully relaxing the knees all the way down. Let gravity do its thing. And then from here, relax the hips, relax the belly, relax the chest, unclenching your jaw, release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And really sinking into this pose. Coming back to that calm breath. Relax your feet and your ankles, your knees. If you're holding on to any tension anywhere, now is the time to let it go. And repeating the mantra in your mind, I am healthy, I am happy. I am healthy, I am happy. Take a long deep breath in through the nose and a long exhale out. Slowly start to bring the knees together, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Have a nice little rock side to side. Maybe some hip circles, and then change the direction. Maybe single knees, moving the knees in circles. Change the direction. And then you're welcome to bring your heels to the corners of the mat, arms by your side for your final pose of Shavasana. If you'd like to end the practice lying down, otherwise you can slowly start to roll to your right side. And then gently pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Rolling your shoulders up, back and down. Feeling grounded with your sit bones on the mat. You can slowly start to bring your hands towards your heart center. Closing down your eyes. Take a long deep breath in through your nose, as long and deep as you can. Part the lips inside out. Deep breath in through the nose. Part the lips inside out. Slowly start to open your eyes. Beautiful work, everyone. It was such a good practice, feeling nice and relaxed and rejuvenated. Namaste. And just remember that you were born complete. You don't need anyone or anything to validate your self-worth. You are worthy, you are enough, and you are beautiful beyond compare. We'll see you on the mat next time.